Um, Obviously, it's 4 years since you've made your debut. Long wait, but you're finally playing your first World Cup. How does that feel?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think growing up, obviously, I think it's every cricketer's dream to play in a World Cup. And yeah, it was a long time ago I made my debut, and to be finally part of the World Cup, it's an amazing feeling, and absolutely looking forward to the games.
The captain says slowly but surely you're becoming one of the first names in the team sheet. That must be a great boost to your confidence in the T20 arena.
Yeah, no, it's always great to contribute, and as a player, you're under pressure every game. So just try and focus on every game, and then it's great to have the backing of the captain. I feel since, especially Balbirnie has become the captain, he's given me a lot of confidence with the ball and the bat as well. So yeah, I'm glad I'm in that position, and hopefully keep it that way.
And how are the leg spinners coming on? Are they happy enough the way they're coming out as well?
Sorry, can you repeat that, please?
How are the leg spinners coming out? The leg breaks, they going as well?
Yeah, no, they're going well, and obviously I've been working a lot on the leggies as well, and I feel to take the ball away from the right-handers is a great option, especially in this format. So it's great to have a few more variation than just the off spinner. So yeah, looking forward to bring them out in the next couple of games.
Just finally looking ahead to tomorrow's match, you've obviously a good personal experience. Your first match against the Dutch, you got a 15 not out and 3 wickets. Hopefully more of the same tomorrow, but a big test tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, it's obviously a massive game for us, and both teams will be under pressure. But we played them in the past as well, so we know quite a few of their players, and everyone is well prepared at this stage, and just looking forward to the game and give it 100% tomorrow.
Nathan.
Hi, Sim. Long time no see. Just another question about the leggies, actually, because we've been struggling to get streams, etc., for some of the games. So I'm curious as to how you're using them and how the breakdown maybe it is between bowling offies and leggies. Like, are you doing something along the lines of what Livingston might do, and maybe bowling purely leggies one way to right-handers and purely offies to the other, or is it more balance?
Don't give away any secrets.
Hi Nathan, first of all, great to see you. We obviously know each other quite well. Look, this is what I started doing 3 or 4 years ago, and people are actually getting to see it now. So it's been a long-term process, and my stock ball is always the off spinner, and I think that'll stay that way. But leg spinner is I only use it when I really have to, because it's a surprise ball and it's a wicket taking ball. So it's a high risk, high rewards kind of situation. So I only try and use it when we really need it. And yeah, as Fordy said, just keep it discreet, and hopefully you'll see in the next game.
And then maybe about with the bat, you had obviously quite a good summer with the bat. I'm thinking in particular about the South Africa series. Not getting as much of a bat in the T20s, but from your point of view, is that a good sign because you're a bit lower down the order, or would you like to maybe have a bit more of a bat?
Yeah, no, thanks very much. I've been obviously working hard on my batting as well, and luckily enough, I was able to put up some performances in the ODI format. 2020 obviously is a short format, and I have been opening the batting in the domestic stuff, and I've done well. But it's always a good sign when you're batting 8 and you're not getting in to bat. That means our top order is doing really well, and that's working for our team. And I'm happy as long as we are winning, and I don't have to contribute with the bat. But I'm always up for the challenge. If I have to bat up the order for the team, I'll be happy for that. But at the moment, we're quite happy where we are, and I think it's going to stay that way. So I'm just looking forward. If I get a chance to finish the game, I'll be up for that.
Thanks for that, Sim. Good to see you.
No worries.
If you've got questions, just use the raise your hand function. Ian, did you have a question for Graham Ford?
I do indeed, yes. Nice to you, Graham. 2 weeks intensive build-up. Happy with it? And do you know your first 11?
Hi, Ian. Good to hear from you. Firstly, if I do know the starting 11, I'm not going to tell you now. Yeah, we've had a couple of good weeks. It's been tough. The heat was extreme and took us a while to adjust. The support staff were brilliant at trying to get guys out on their balconies during the quarantine and doing exercises and having equipment to sort of be busy in the heat, so that when we did start training, it wasn't quite as big a challenge as it could have been. With no net bowlers, it's always tough. But we've had some good practice surfaces, and I think the guys have got through a lot of good stuff, and of course the practice games have been good as well.
Obviously, you want to get off to a winning start. Victory tomorrow, but people are saying that this is a must-win game. It could just big influence on the group. Do you agree?
Well, I see the Namibia guys sitting here, and I think they probably got the same view, as that our pool is an extremely tough
Can't hear you,
pool.
Graham.
And it really, with any of the teams, it's about how you go on the day. So let's hope we turn it on the day against these guys. But it's a very tough pool, and there's some very good teams, and we know we've got to respect their abilities.
So do you think it's a must-win game tomorrow, or is it? Can you call it back?
Yeah, and every game is a must-win game for us. So yeah, you go out with the same intent, the same determination. Well, I don't think over all these years that I've been involved in cricket, they've never gone out saying, well, it doesn't matter if we lose tomorrow.
Fair enough. You know all about the Dutch. Will their county experience and all their experience of playing T20 cricket have an advantage, do you think?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
The Dutch are obviously very savvy in T20 cricket. A lot of county experience, played many T20 games. Do you think that'll be an advantage for them?
Oh, without a doubt, it's a huge plus for them. They've had I think 7 or 8 guys involved in the 100. They've got guys involved in county cricket, which keeps them match sharp and keeps their skills sharp. So yes, they've got a big advantage there, something that we used to have. So it's quite disappointing not to have that. But you know, as I said earlier, it's about how we all go out and play on the day, and our guys have worked really hard, and yes, they've gained something out of that, but doesn't mean we can't beat them.
Just finally, the power play, obviously important in T20s. Do you think it's as important in this competition? The first 6 overs? Again,
depends on the day and the surface, and you know, you can't sit in a classroom and say, well, this is exactly how we're going to play it. It's all about good decision making on the day. We haven't had a chance to look at this pitch, but it would be pitch dependent, I guess, as to how you go about taking on the power play. We've done a fair amount of homework looking at how the pitches have played over the RPL and etc. But yeah, the power play is always important, isn't it? In T20 cricket, the power play is important, and the death overs are massively important. The famous sort of sayings are start well and finish well, and you've got a pretty good chance. So yeah, they will be important. But as they say, every ball in 20 over cricket is a major event, and if you're winning every ball or trying to win every ball, you've got a chance.
Thank you very much.
Millie McAvoy. Millie, unmute. Alan Gardner, do you have a question?
I'm good, thank you.
Nathan, do you have a question for Graham Ford?
Yeah, actually, I do actually, if that's okay. Just kind of to back up that question you answered about the Dutch boys and their recent franchise experience, if you like. It seems now as if after the Irish players couldn't play county cricket anymore, more and more players are getting more opportunities elsewhere. I mean, obviously there's the 4 guys who just got picked up in Abu Dhabi, and it's not just Paul really who's getting these opportunities now. That seems to be going the other way. Is that something as a coach that you actively encourage?
Absolutely. Very important that we get our guys out there playing in those sort of competitions. Being able to play alongside some very big players, getting thoughts from coaches that have coached at a very high level, and being able to train in good facilities. One of our major problems is that for most of the year we don't get decent practice facilities, and quite often it's an indoor training or the grass nets, if we are on grass nets, are just not really what you would like to train on. So when guys get away, they get a chance to really learn a lot, but they also get a chance to train a lot. And that's why county cricket was so valuable to Cricket Ireland in the past, and some of the other emerging countries now are experiencing the benefit of that. But yeah, we're working hard to overcome those problems. But yeah, definitely, the more we can get some of our key players out there playing in those tournaments, the better.
And then one more from me, and maybe you both can answer this. Just the evening before a game, what is, maybe from first of all, from a coach's perspective, what are you doing in preparation? And maybe then Simi, as a player, could you talk us through what you like to do the night before a game as a squad?
The day before the game? You asking about that?
Yeah, just the day before the game, 24 hours out.
To be honest with you, we've had a day off because we would have to travel for an hour and 20 minutes to get to a practice facility. We've had a couple of days of training. We've had practice games. Guys can come in early tomorrow before the game and touch up on their skills and sharpen their skills. So we actually felt today was an important day, just to, rather than spend, which could easily have been, well, if you're talking about an hour and maybe an hour and a half each way, and plus training for 3 hours, you're killing your players. So we've had a pretty quiet day today. 1 or 2 chats around the group and that sort of thing, but that's really been our day. Would like to think that getting to this stage, all the work's been done and that we're ready to go. Yeah.